Bonjour, tout le monde. Bienvenue à Learning Language. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Learning Language. So today's session is about irregular verbs. We are done with regular verbs and all of their combinations. Now we are going to discuss the irregular verbs and its cases. So this is going to be the part 1 video. So why irregular verbs are called irregular? Because as its name indicates, they do not follow any similar pattern, any similar conjugation. So that's why they are called as irregular verbs. So there are four verbs which are very common and highly irregular. Aller, then we have avoir, etre, then fac. So these are the four common verbs which are very much irregular and which are widely used. Now, so what we are going to do, as there are no combination exist in irregular verb, we are going to take some of the very common verbs. I mean very common, which we use in our day-to-day life, okay, or which we use more often than the other verbs. So we are going to discuss all those verbs in part 1 and remaining in part 2. And I would like to tell you that there are 60 French irregular verbs. Out of those, 20 have the combination. Okay, so in those 60 verbs, there are 20 combinations which exist, 20, 21. Okay, so now what we need to do, we need to memorize those 20 combination. Okay, and to remember that which verb follow which combination. All right, let's begin with fac. Fac means to make or to do. So whatever conjugations we are going to learn today are all in present tense. Je fais, tu fais, il fait, elle fait, on fait, nous faisons, vous faites, ils font. So what's the combination for fact? Je fais, tu fais, il fait, nous faisons, vous faites, ils font. Okay, let's move to another verb, boire, which means to drink. Similarly, we are going to do the conjugation for boire in present tense. Je bois. It means I drink. Tu bois. Il boit. Nous buvons. Vous buvez. Ils boivent. Okay? So, guys, you are aware about that. How do we do the conjugation? We remove the infinitive part, then we are left with stem, then we add the appropriate ending. Okay, but as we are going to do irregular verbs, so they are not set pattern for it. Every verb have their own style, their own conjugation. So just memorize it. That's the only goal. Okay, so there you go with bois. Je bois, tu bois, il boit, nous buvons, vous buvez, ils boivent. Now the next verb is connaître, which means to know. So we have removed the infinitive part. We are left with the stem. We have added s for je and tu. Je connais, tu connais, il connaît. Nous connaissons, vous connaissez, ils connaissent. Okay? So conjugation is je connais, C-O-N-N-A-I-S. We have added S. Tu connais, C-O-N-N-A-I-S. Il connaît, C-O-N-N-A-I-T. Nous connaissons, C-O-N-N-A-I-S-S-O-N-S. Vous connaissez, C-O-N-N-A-I-S-S-E-Z. Ils connaissent, C-O-N-A-I-S-S-E-N-T. That's the conjugation of connaît. Let's move to another word. Devoir, which means to have to. Okay. So the conjugation is also SST, ONS, EZ and ENT. Okay. Je dois, tu dois, il doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent. Okay. Je dois, tu dois, il doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent. Now, another verb is dire, which means to say or tell. Similarly, we have to remove the infinitive ending, which is re. We are left with the stem, which is di. Now add the ending. Je dis, tu dis, il dit. Nous disons, vous dites, ils disent. Okay? Je dis, tu dis, il dit. Nous disons, vous dites, ils disent. Let's move to another verb. Dormir means to sleep. Remove the infinitive part. IR. Okay. Now, infinitive part is IR, but M is to be removed from the stem. Now the conjugation starts. Je dors, DORS, tu dors, DORS, il dort, DORT, nous dormons, now M is present. It was not there in singular category, but it is present in plural category. Nous dormons, DORMONS, vous dormez, DORMEZ, il dorm, DORMENT. Okay, again, dormir. Je dors, tu dors, il dort. Nous dormons, vous dormez, il dorm. So let's move to another verb. Écrire. It means to write. Écrire. Remove the infinitive ending. We are left with ECRI. Add the ending. J'écris. Tu écris. Il écrit. Nous écrivons. Vous écrivez. Ils écrivent. Je écris. Tu écris. Il écrit. Nous écrivons. Vous écrivez. Ils écrivent. Okay. Let's move to the last verb of today's video. Lire. Sorry, I silent. Lire. To read. Je lis. Tu lis. Il lit. Nous lisons. Vous lisez. Il lise. Okay, this is the very simple one. Je lis. Tu lis. Il lit. Nous lisons. Vous lisez. Il lise. Okay. So that's it, guys. That is all about, not all about, we are coming up with one more video on this because there are a lot more combinations. So we'll be covering most of it. So if you like the video, please hit like, share, subscribe, keep watching, learning language. Stay tuned.